So Bray Wyatt at Crown Jewel had a lot to say, and there was a lot to dissect, and I really wanted to do a separate video to do that. Now, the first thing to mention is Uncle Howdy's interruption again. Bray had acknowledged his family, his wrestling lineage, his heritage as a Rotunda, and obviously he's talking about Blackjack Mulligan, he's talking about Barry Windham, he's talking about IRS, his father, he's talking maybe about his brother Bo Dallas too, and he talks about being the best. Now, we've always wondered if Uncle Howdy was a reference to a family member. We've never had concrete evidence of that, but to have Bray actually acknowledge his family and his real-life Rotunda roots for the first time on television seems very interesting timing. Notice again the jacket Bray Wyatt is wearing. We've seen him wear this since his return to WWE. Just in case you didn't know, we've seen it on SmackDown. Here's a clearer image of it. The two pictures are images Bray Wyatt has tweeted out in the past. And we have always wondered if they reference Alexa Bliss. Cue tonight when the Wyatt logo appeared behind Alexa Bliss on a screen that only Alexa Bliss seemingly responded to. Now, this was seemingly Uncle Howdy. It wasn't just the logo. That's interesting because this is the masked character potentially reaching out to Alexa. It's not even Bray Wyatt doing it. What does Uncle Howdy want with Alexa Bliss? If you remember at the start of the year, Alexa Bliss went to therapy. And in this therapy, she seemingly, after it, forgot the darkness. She became normal Alexa Bliss. Kinda. Forgetting the Elimination Chamber that I don't think ties into her story. Is Uncle Howdy trying to wake up the darkness in Alexa Bliss? For at least a moment, it definitely looked like she remembered. She sort of snapped out of it really quickly, but she remembered. Now, if you remember that the original time when the Fiend attacked Alexa Bliss, and the world was shocked, she joined him eventually, but it was born out of Nikki Cross turning on Alexa Bliss. Nikki was frustrated and left the ring, leaving Alexa Bliss alone and exposed to the Fiend. Tonight, Nikki Cross turned on Alexa Bliss. She cost her and Asuka the match. When you talk about full circle, that is kind of full circle. Now, the question becomes, is this a story that's about to be rewritten as Bray Wyatt hinted at, and it's going to be different? Or does she join him? Because we may have got another tease for the Fiend. Now, again, during Bray Wyatt's promo before Uncle Howdy's interruption, he referenced the fact he wore a mask and he didn't feel pain in that mask. It was basically an addiction because you don't feel like feelings like that normally. And notably, he said he didn't want to do that again. Uncle Howdy then told him to basically that he's lying and that he will put the mask back on, but if it hurts, just don't take the mask off. And in that promo, again, we saw the image of the Fiend. Now, is this the mask Uncle Howdy wants Bray Wyatt to put back on? Is what we're actually watching the story of the re-emergence of the Fiend character? It could be. While never explained, the common theory is Alexa Bliss turned on the Fiend at WrestleMania, costing him his match with Randy Orton. That was ironically the last time we saw the Fiend Bray Wyatt in WWE. Is that why Uncle Howdy wants Alexa Bliss? Does she hold some kind of key to bring the Fiend back? That gets more interesting when you realise the voice tonight was undoubtedly that of Bray Wyatt behind the Uncle Howdy mask. So is it actually truly Bray Wyatt wanting to bring the Fiend back, yet Wyndham Rotunda, the guy in the ring, is lying to us, while the real dark Bray Wyatt is saying he wants the Fiend back? Maybe? A lot to dissect, and honestly, I thought this was good. I know a lot of people expected more, being a premium live event and stuff. I thought what WWE delivered tonight just progressed the story quite a lot, to be fair. And shout out to the Saudi Arabian audience in attendance too, because the chants were rivaled with that when he returned to SmackDown. The love and admiration to Bray Wyatt, to Wyndham Rotunda was clear from the Saudi audience. That's why they put this onto the show, because this was his return to Saudi Arabia, the place where he won the Universal Championship. It's one of the first title changes to happen in Saudi. This is a big deal. And with the Fireflies out in force, honestly, it doesn't matter where you are in the world. People love Bray Wyatt. But with everything going on tonight and that huge moment with Alexa Bliss, could we see Bray or Uncle Howdy start popping up on Raw now? Maybe. I've always found it interesting. We've mentioned this on Discord, how they've kept like the reviews and the flashbacks to what Bray has done happening on Raw. Is it because he's going to make some appearances on Raw? I mean, right now he hasn't even wrestled a match, but if that story goes through Alexa Bliss, whether she joins him or it's a feud, maybe. So something to keep your eyes open for. Monday, Friday, Monday. Just keep your eyes open because God knows where this is going. I'm so into it. I know a lot of you are too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Peace!